Hi, good afternoon. I'm Felicia. I am a Dazzle Dry nail tech, amongst other things. I've been working with Dazzle Dry since 2014. I'm still Dazzle Dry certified. I'm also located on their their salon locator on their website. I'm going to go through real quick on what a Dazzle Dry manicure is. It's just an updated video. So with Dazzle Dry, we are completely natural. We are not organic and we are not gluten free. But we last on the nail for a very long time. It's up to the individual actually how long it will last, but it can last more than 21 days. You are guaranteed no chip, and if you are chipping, it could be two things. Your cuticle remover was highly alkalized, and your prepping wasn't done right, meaning washing your hands with non-moisturizer soap, or just not using enough nail prep. Another reason is poor nail plates. After years and years and years, acrylics and gels will ruin your nail plate. For example, for me, I cannot get a lot of cuticle work done. I cannot have those nice, lunar cleanup lines because I have very sensitive cuticles from years of using acrylic nails. I can only do so much cuticle work, which is fine. I'm used to it now. But if I use drills and all that stuff, or even just use the cuticle pusher a little bit too much, I get a little bit tender and a little red and a little swollen. And that's not really doing a lot. It's just from doing very little. So another reason to start Dazzle Dry is because gels and acrylics will eventually ruin your nail plate, especially if they are not being removed correctly. And also those two manicures can deposit toxins into your system. The maker of Dazzle Dry had something to do with the gel top coat. I'm not sure about the details, but she was a big she's a chemist, and so she had a lot to do with the formula for the gel top coat. So she knows all about chemistry and toxicity and what's safe for us and what's not. So I've already done cuticle work. Like I was saying, if you have a highly alkalized cuticle remover, you're going to want to wash your hands really good with like a dish soap and then prep using the nail prep very good. I'm used to using 2 of the lint-free wipes. These are gauze. But you can just use 2. I use 3 per nail. In the past, I was using rags, which also left no lint as well. It just depends on what you have on hand. You cannot use cotton balls at all. Or these makeup applicators, I use them to remove polish because they're super linty. After you prep the nail, then you will be doing your base coat. And we apply 2 coats of base coat. The base coat, since it's a natural formula, it can get kind of cloudy. So to make it clear again, you have to warm up the base coat. To make it warm, you can put it in your pocket. You can put it in a little dish of warm water, but nothing more than that because the water can get inside the bottle, or you don't want it to be too hot on the client's nail plate. You can do these Dazzle Dry manicures at your house. I can get you the mini kits. You can go onto my website, rudaspa.square.site, and you're going to go to the shop area, and you'll see an area on the bottom. You're going to scroll down, and it'll say Dazzle Dry. You're going to click on shop now, or order, and you'll be linked to my Dazzle Dry affiliate website, which is going to be drop shipped straight to you. And it comes with all the directions. It's a little mini kit about this size. It comes now with the Revive, which is the nail thinner, the nail lacquer thinner that you can use this as much as you want. There's no rules to how much you use per bottle because the bottles never expire. You will never have to throw a bottle away. So that's another good thing about Dazzle Dry is if you use too much nail thinner, you haven't lost your investment. I want to say the national average cost of a Dazzle Dry manicure is around $40. I charge $30. And I think it's a really good price. Of course, it's a little more if you want me to go to your office, your home or office, which I also do mobile appointments as well. So I haven't done my nails in a very, very long time because I've been moving, organizing, and getting ready for my grand opening, which is April 17th. So I'm going to check on the base coat, which is still cloudy. So I'm going to put this in a little bowl of warm water. As we wait for that to clear up, I'm going to just show you or talk about more about the way I do the manicure. There's a certain protocol that we have to follow, but as far as instruments, we can use whatever. I prefer a crystal vial, and one reason is it's very, you can sanitize these very easy, and they leave a more smoother edge and without a lot of fray at your free edge on your nails. I just love it. And but for Pedicures, it's okay. I don't seem to have a problem with using a regular file. I usually use disposable files for pedicures for sanitation reasons. For cuticle pushback, I use several different ones. I have, you know, all kinds, but for pedicure, I really like to use the edge for the ingrown toenails. I love to do that. I separate the nail from the flesh. And for the hands, I like to use a more delicate one. We call this a knife, but you have to have a steady hand for this. It's not really that sharp, but it can hurt you if you don't use it right. For gel removal or for acrylic, I use this little tool right here. And then I'll either use regular nippers to trim off the excess cuticle or the Tweezerman cuticle nipper. And those are my tools that I use. And then I use a fine grit buffer to prep the nail before we start to put the prepping and the base coat. So the bottle already turned clear, so now it's time to use it. I chose the color Breathe Free. I always choose Breathe Free. It's a semi-sheer. It's not opalescent. It's not opaque, meaning my nail under will show a little bit. I love this color. This is the color I choose when I can't figure out what to choose. And then finally, it's the base coat. This base coat is very, 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 has a lot of shine, and it only takes 5 minutes, and it really seals your cuticle. I always recommend putting a large amount on your brush because it does dry very quickly. Put a large amount, work very fast, and always do the free edge. So let me go ahead and start. You're going to see how thin this base coat is if you do ever buy a kit. You can also buy kits in my salon room here that I have, but I don't have any on me right now, but I always put them on social media whenever I do get them in. I believe I used to charge, I think it was 25 or 30 for a kit, but I'm going to have to revise that price because my prices for the professional, have gone up. So that means, unfortunately for you, the prices will go up as well for the manicure sets. So that is the only product I sell. Every now and then I'll have a cuticle oil that I have on retail. Right now I have a bottle of Revive available for retail. And then I have a blue, I think it's the Flare. I have a bottle of Flare Dazzle Dry. If you'd like to come and message me about it, or if you already have a kit, you can, and you're wanting another color, that's available. I haven't priced that out yet. I have not put all of my retail on in my system yet, so I don't have the SKU codes yet for all of that and the pricing, but for most of the stuff that's in here, I have them available in my system, so that way if you're here, we can just add it to your ticket, or you can call or text me and see if I'm here. I may not have an appointment. If I don't, you can always pop in and see what I have on hand. You don't have to necessarily have an appointment to come see what I have. What I have here is not available online as far as on my online shop. Those are two different checkout systems. So I'm on my second coat of base coat. You're going to notice it smells a little bit like alcohol, which I would rather smell rather than regular lacquer or acrylic or gel. I think I do have a sensitivity to gel though. Maybe like a little allergic, but only to the smell and not to the actual it being on my skin. Okay, so on my second coat, I set that to the side, and then you're going to want to let it dry, and you'll feel it dry on your fingertips. Right now it's a little cold. This one's a little cold and this one's a little warm. So you'll see it dry a little bit like tacky, but it won't dry matte. So that's when I can go in and shake. You can shake your color bottles, but it's not recommended that you shake your top coat, or if you invest in your Transform, you're not going to want to shake the Transform. The Transform is a ridge filler. The top coat is known to be a ridge filler, but Transform is more for people that are coming right off of acrylic nails and gel nails. So that is our number one goal, is to convert everybody into a nail system just like this. So I'm going to show you the color of this lacquer. I'm only going to do one coat, and I like to put a generous amount on my brush, so that way I'm not going back in and making any brush lines, because with semi-sheer, sometimes you can end up with those streaky lines. So I've worked with this polish for a long time that I kind of know what color, how much to pick up of that color. It took many years to figure out. So Breathe Free is one of those colors that I have to be generous with, only because I like the finish to it. But I do have clients that want me to add an additional color. My lighting isn't that great and I apologize. So this is without and this is with. Can you tell the difference? I can. So I'm only going to be doing 1 coat. For opaques, of course, it's always 2 coats or more. And I guess now is a good time to mention my offer that I'm going to have is going to be the initial offer. I'm offering Dazzle Dry manicures from the cuticle removal all the way to the top coat for $15. And that is to get new clientele and to allow you to try the product, because I know people are very hesitant at trying new products. So I think $15 is fair for just your initial manicure, and that's just so you can try it and see if you like it. Now, I can't guarantee that it's going to work the same for everybody because not everybody's nail has the same health. If you're coming straight off of gels, especially acrylics, the polish may need a little bit more of a stronger nail plate to adhere to. So for sure, I would need to be using the ridge filler to help me out with that. So here it is. And now I'm going to use the top coat. I have 2 different lights going on here, 2 different colors. And it's dark outside, so not a lot of light is coming in. So it dries really quick. By the time you're finished with one hand, the next hand is ready. So again, with the top coat, make sure there's a generous amount for that size nail that you're doing. And remember to cap it off. Another way to have your manicure last longer is to use gloves when you're cleaning. So that way the chemicals are not eating away at your top coat. If you find that you just can't help yourself and your sheen is not lasting as long because you love to clean or you just hate using gloves, I recommend ordering a mini kit from my website, so that way you can always redo just the top coat. And there's instructions in your mini kit on how to just redo the top coat. You don't have to start over, which is really cool. I've never heard of that before. So if you're liking that gel high shine, you're definitely going to want to pick up a kit for your house, so that way you can redo that top coat in between the manicures with me. So treatment for this, if you're getting off of acrylics or gels, or if you're just wanting to improve the quality, thickness, and the length, you want to grow your nails. So what you would do is you would buy the mini kit, and then you would buy a mend oil with Dazzle Dry, and you would start actually with the oil. Start using the oil as much as you can. Rub the oil into your nail beds. I would say do that for about a week or 2. And then you can come in and see me for your initial $15 Dazzle Dry manicure. And then, or if you're not gonna invest in the nail kit and the oil, the initial will be $15. But you might as well just pay, if you're gonna invest in the products, you might as well just say, you're gonna keep on paying the $30 after the initial. But anyway, so you would get your manicure with me. That should last 21 days on your hands. If it doesn't, then the longer you're on this regimen of manicure, for having the manicure on your hands for a month or 2, and then no polish at all on your hands for at least 2 weeks. Everyone kind of I guess they go about according to how fast their nail health gets. I had a client, she's out in Arizona now, that she came in with brittle nails. She came in once a month, and she didn't have a nail kit at home though. And she didn't do the oil either. But she got really lucky, and she ended up, I think by the 8th month, her nails were really, really nice. They had a nice curve and nice look, and they would grow fast. So, yeah, and she wasn't a nail picker either. So, having her nails done actually helped her from picking her nails. So she came off of gels into Dazzle Dry, and her favorite color, and she might even watch this video. Her favorite color was Fast Track Cherry. No matter what, she would always get this. Sometimes she would get a nude, or a something like this, pinkish, really light. But for the most part, it was the cherry, Fast Track Cherry. So yeah, if you just keep up with your manicures with me, you're going to notice a huge difference, and you're not going to want to go back to gels or acrylics. You're going to notice a big improvement. If you have any questions about the formula, about the cost, everything should be on my website. If not, you can just call or text me or email me. But I'm excited at getting new clients and seeing how it goes for everybody. For me, my nail plate is really thin. I'm always working with sanitizing chemicals and things like that, and I have to get back on my regimen on the Dazzle Dry. Like I was saying, this is my first manicure in 2 months, I think, probably 3 months. So I'm excited to start over, and if you have any questions, you see how I'm messing with my hair already because the polish is already dry. Dries in 5 minutes, y'all. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm really excited, and y'all stay warm today.